If you're interested in the top 7 startup business credit cards that pull a personal TransUnion, here is a review I want you to pay attention to right now. Number 7, we have NBKC Bank Smart Business Rewards Credit Card. Our score, 8 over 10. The cool thing about this card is that you can earn a $200 bonus. This is really good. You can earn 2x rewards in your top 2 spend categories with the card. And just make sure that you choose those 2 spend categories properly. You have 2x rewards, so you can earn 2 points in your top 2 spend categories each month. This is each month automatically. And what happens here is that NBKC Bank will adjust the spend categories automatically. You don't have to do anything at all. You also have 1x rewards after that, so you earn 1 point on all other eligible purchases. Overall, you can earn $200 bonus, either cashback bonus or 20,000 bonus rewards points when you spend $500 in the first 90 days of account opening. Okay, so the cool thing about the card, this NBKC Bank Smart Business Rewards card is that there are no caps or limits, okay, on the number of points you can earn. So this is really good. On top of that, the APR for purchases and balance transfers is not really that great. It's not really that bad either. It's just like somewhere in the middle. So you're talking about 20.49% to 25.49% based on your credit. So it is what it is. Well, one thing I want to say here is that before you actually use this card for balance transfers, make sure that you don't have any other offer, because there are way better offers out there when it comes to balance transfer startup business credit cards. Okay, so be very careful here. And the cool thing is you can redeem points for your choice of cashback, travel, gift cards, and merchandise. And one thing I also need to specify with this card when it comes to startup business credit card is that you want to make sure that you spend enough on the card to offset the annual fee of $95. They will start charging you on the second year. So what they do is they actually waive that fee for the first year, but starting the second year, you have to pay every year $95. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that it just helps a lot if you have a prior relationship with NBKC Bank. It really helps a lot. Number 6, we have First Citizens Bank Everyday Points Business. Our score, 8.5 over 10. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We're having a quick convo about startup business credit cards that pull a personal TransUnion. And so when you talk about the First Citizens Bank Everyday Points Business, you have a card that has a constellation of benefits, okay? And the thing is that you can earn $325 in rewards when you spend $5,000 in the first 90 days. So thereafter, you can earn unlimited 1.5% in rewards on your everyday business expenses. And so you also have a 0% introductory APR on purchases for 6 months from account opening. The 0% APR does not apply to balance transfers. So this card, the First Citizens Bank Everyday Points Business, is not a balanced transfer credit card at all. It's better for purchases, okay? And the APR after 6 months, you are talking about 15.49% to 25.49%. This is way better than what the NBKC Bank is charging, right? So with First Citizens Bank, you have a great APR. You have no annual fee. We love that a lot, which again, this is a contradictory to what NBKC Bank does, right? They charge you an annual fee, but this First Citizens Bank Everyday Points Business, they charge nothing at all. You have a zero liability for unauthorized account services. And the cool thing is you can keep track and redeem your rewards on First Citizens Bank's Everyday Points website. What we love about First Citizens Bank in general is that the bank in the last 7 to 8 years has invested a lot in revamping their back office, especially their analytical and tracking and expense reporting platforms. Nowadays, it's just fantastic. So this card is great. Okay, you can redeem rewards as cashback, gift cards to retailers or restaurants, travel, statement credits for past card purchases, merchandise, and whatnot. So you have a constellation of choices. On top of that, you have all the MasterCard advantages. We're talking about Master Rental Card Insurance, MasterCard Easy Savings Programs. This is really good. You have security, protection, and convenience. 24/7 online account services. This is just fantastic. So overall, we love this First Citizens Bank Everyday Points Business credit card a lot. 8.5 over 10. Number 5, we have here the Huntington Bank Business Voice. Actually, the card is called Huntington Business Voice Business Credit Card. Our score, 8.8 over 10. For a startup business credit card that pulled personal TransUnion, this card is just fantastic. First of all, you have 4% cashback in the category you choose. Be very clear, be very strategic in the category you choose. 4% cashback. Okay, so with this, with a Voice Business Credit Card, you choose one of 10 categories where you will earn 4% cashback on the first $7,000 you spend per quarter, or $28,000 annually. So the thing is that they have this cumulative amount. So if you don't reach your $7,000 this quarter, you can actually roll over whatever you have left for this quarter. You can roll it over to next quarter. So let's say this quarter you spent only $5,000, right? So that's $2,000 left. So that means that next quarter you can actually spend $9,000, and so you will also earn 1% cashback on all other purchases. So 4% applies to your category of choice, but then the other 9 categories you can earn 1%. In addition to that, there are no annual fees or foreign transaction fees on this card. It's just fantastic. It really helps for all business credit cards, of course, whether you have a startup or you have an established business, to have a prior relationship with the bank. So if you have a prior relationship with Huntington Bank, this will help a lot. Okay, one thing I want to say overall is that the ability to switch your 4% cashback category every quarter allows you to maximize rewards. Keep the same category throughout the year, or switch to one of 10 categories every quarter. That's totally your choice. Okay, and you have to really see which category works for you. So here are the 10 categories that Huntington Bank is allowing you to actually explore. So you have gas stations, you have travel and entertainment, you have restaurants, you have discount and warehouse stores, you have grocery stores, you have utilities and office supply stores, you have electronics, computer and camera stores, you have department, apparel and sporting goods stores, you have home improvement stores, you have auto parts and service stores. So overall, this is just a great offer. And what we love about the card is that the APR is kind of decent too. You are looking at 15.49% to 26.49%. This is really wonderful. This is for purchases though. Okay. Now there is in terms of balance transfers, there is an intro offer, 0% intro offer for the first 12 billing cycles following account opening on any balance transfer that you make within the first 90 days. Fantastic. Number 4, we have here Regions Visa Business. Our score, 9 over 10. What we love about Regions is that the bank is constantly innovating. Okay, and this specific card is great for startups. And so this card makes it easy to separate your business purchases from your personal finances and pay for company supplies or business services with no annual fee. Especially if you're a startup, whether you are, let's say, a one-person show or a team member, this card will give you a lot of benefits. Okay, and so whether you are new to Regions or an existing customer, Regions will help you find the right business credit card to fit your startup business needs. And the cool thing is you have a 0% intro APR on purchases. You have $0. There's no annual fee at all. You have, in terms of, they have a very streamlined online account management process at Regions. You're able to add or remove employee cards, change limits, track transactions, and make payments. You can set up alerts to verify card activity. So if and the cool thing is that in terms of account monitoring, it has to be a two-way business. So if Regions if they see something suspicious, they'll basically text you, email you, and or call you, okay, to actually see whether you authorized the transaction. So this is really good. And what we love is that in terms of interest rates and fees, you have pretty decent interest rates and fees. For example, you have 0% intro APR for 6 months on purchases that post in the same period. Okay, And after that, you have a variable APR that goes between 13.24% to 24.24% based on your credit. So this is really good if you think about it. Okay, 13.24 to 24.24 for balance transfers and purchases. This is really fantastic. And so overall, we love this card a lot because you have a bevy of security settings and features. You have Visa benefits, right? So you have Visa purchase security. You have Visa travel and emergency assistance. You have auto rental collision damage waiver. And so this is really good. And one thing I want to see here is that this card, again, it helps if you have a relationship with the Regions Bank. Fantastic. Number 3, we have here Fifth Third Simply Business. Our score, 9.3 over 10. I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the top 7 startup business credit cards that pull personal TransUnion. And the thing is that when we talk about Fifth Third Simply Business, here is a card that really adapts to your startup, okay? You're able to simplify your day-to-day startup business purchases, and you can earn simple, powerful rewards. The thing about this card is that it's not really, it doesn't have many benefits. It's really, I would say, basic, but it does do the job. That's what you need anyway. So you earn 1.67 unlimited cash back for every dollar in purchases, 1.67%. But the cool thing about the card is that there are no rotating categories, no earning caps, no points expiration, and no annual fee. And what we love the absence of rotating categories and the fact that there are no limits on earnings. Okay, this is really good. On top of that, Fifth Third Bank does have a very robust expense management platform, so you're able to track purchases easily with mobile receipt capture and management. Okay, and this is something that Fifth Third Bank has actually invested in a lot in the last 6 to 8 years. They have actually done a lot of work in terms of their mobile expense tracking platforms, and nowadays they have one of the best in the market. With this card, what we love is that if you have it for your startup business, you are able to have zero liability on card purchases. You have automatic car rental insurance. You have a MasterCard ID theft protection. Okay, but the only thing is, and this is a big thing I need to mention, you need to have a relationship with Fifth Third Bank. So if you don't have a relationship with Fifth Third Bank, your startup is not going to get this card. And when I mean relationship, you can have the relationship at the personal level or at the business level. Okay, but you need to have a relationship with Fifth Third Bank before you can get this Fifth Third Simply Business. But overall, really, I mean, Fifth Third, when we talk about Fifth Third, we're speaking about a bank that is geographically limited, of course. So if you happen to do business in the geography that Fifth Third covers, then it might make sense to actually have a relationship with this bank. Number 2 here, we have Capital One Spark 1.5% cash select. Our score, 9.5 over 10. So one thing we love about this credit card is that you can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back for your business on every purchase, everywhere. So you have no limits or category restrictions. Okay, so you have unlimited rewards. You can earn unlimited 1.5% cash back, but the thing is that you can actually earn unlimited 5% cash back on hotels and car rentals that you booked through Capital One Travel. You have to book things through Capital One Travel. Okay, and this card has so there is no annual fee. Okay, and so you also have a 0% intro purchase rate. So you have a 0% intro APR for 12 months. Then the APR goes from 20.24% to 28.24%. And so this is really good. And so overall, what we love about the card is that you can get cashback rewards for any amount at any time with no expiration date for the life of the account. So this is really good. And you have so you can actually add employee cards. This is really good. You have a service and protection. You have automatic payments. You have employee access. What we love about the Capital One Spark 1.5% cash select is that it's a business credit card that pulls TransUnion. On top of that, it's very flexible for startups, and no matter the field you're in, no matter the sector, the sector you're in, So we love this a lot. And one thing I want to say here is that Capital One, unlike all the other business credit cards on this list, they do allow you to see if you can pre-qualify for the card. This is really nice because then you can actually preserve your FICO score, and so you can see if you pre-qualify. And if you enter your info, if you pre-qualify, the actual application takes about 10 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes to complete. And once you're done with that, they'll either give you a decision, they'll give you the approval right away, or they'll just send you a letter in the mail later on. But overall, this is a great credit card, and for startups. So Capital One, Spark 1.5% cash select. Our score 9.5 over 10. Number one, the best of the best in our view, the best of the best. When you talk about startup business credit cards that pull TransUnion, we have the U.S. Bank Business Platinum. Our score 9.8 over 10. And we love this card a lot because you can enjoy 0% intro APR on purchases and balance transfers. Check this out, for 18 billion cycles. 18. And after that, you have a very decent APR that goes from 16.49% to 24.29%. So sorry, 16.49% to 25.49%. Okay, and so the card has no annual fee. This is really good. You can add as many employees as you want. Fantastic. And on top of that, U.S. Bank, as you all know, does have all their customer service based in the States. So you are speaking to a 100% domestic servicing center if you have any question, and they are available 24/7. And on top of that, you have you can take advantage of the Visa Spend Clarity feature, which allows you to track spending and manage your expenses more efficiently. And so you also have, in terms of benefits, you have mobile payments, card controls, and security. And it does help if you have a prior relationship with the U.S. Bank. Okay. So they'll ask you for things like your business structure. They'll ask you for your EIN. They'll ask you for your legal business name. They'll ask you for your revenue. Okay. So overall, what I want to say here is that it's really interesting that this card and the card will approve you real fast. So they actually will approve you, like, let's say what we have seen in our experience. They can approve you as fast as 2 days. 2 days. Okay. So overall, this is a great card. And the one thing I want to say here is that the U.S. Bank Business Platinum, you want to use this is a pure balance transfer quote, balance transfer / purchase play. So if you want to transfer a balance on another card, this is great. Or you want to just use the card for purchases, this is great. The card is not going to give you any rewards at all, but if you have 0% interest for 18 months, it's really, really worth it. Really, well worth it. So here you have it, the last, the top 7 startup business credit cards that pull personal TransUnion. Now, let me just give you an overview before we close to this conversation. So when we talk about a startup business credit cards for startups, you need to understand, when we talk about a startup business credit card, you need to understand those are cards that are a little different, okay? Usually, if you are a startup and you're looking for a business credit card, a lot of banks don't want to deal with you unless you have a prior relationship with them. That's why you really need to have a relationship. Everything starts with a relationship, okay? So for instance, if you are with a U.S. Bank, you want to have a U.S. Bank business credit card. If you are with Chase, same thing. It's all about having the right strategy, okay? And what I want to say here is that business credit cards, especially for startups, are kind of similar to business credit cards for established businesses. The only difference is that the bank is looking at your startup more conservatively. They're thinking that you're riskier, okay? But it is what it is. You can't do anything about it. But overall, business credit cards for startups, they do have a pros and cons. Let me go through the pros and cons with you. The pros, the cards help you. They help you manage your cash flow and increase your profit margin. So you're able to actually manage your cash flows better and set aside funds for emergency funds. Okay. And the cool thing is that the cards can also help you build business credit, which is really important. And some cards have a 0% intro rate for, let's say, 12 months or 18 months or 6 months. This is really good. So again, you're saving money. Okay. So overall, those are great. Those are great. And another benefits that I want to add is that come tax time, is really good to have a business credit cards for your startup, because then you can really clearly see how much you spend on specific categories of expenses. Here are the cons for this business, for the startup business credit card. So the spending limit may not be enough to match your monthly budget. You risk damaging your personal credit score if you can't pay off the credit card balance on time. And paying an annual and late fees on interest can actually reduce your business's profit margin. And you also have a variable APR that can increase at any time. So, and the bank is not going to let you know before they increase anything. Okay, so you have to be very careful here. But overall, it's actually it's a good idea to have a startup business credit card as soon as your business is incorporated. But you want to start with the bank where they already know you. Okay, very important. So how do you actually choose a startup business credit card? Well, you want to start by knowing your business credit score. Okay, everything starts with you knowing your business credit score, and you want to also review the minimum requirements for the card, because every bank has their own eligibility criteria, and you need to consider the benefits of this card. What the specific card that you want, you need to make sure that the benefits are in sync with what you want. And you want to get a card that matches your business expenditures. Okay, and because if you will be charging stuff on the card, so you want to actually match your business expenditures, and you can use the card to coordinate spending. Okay, and on top of that, you can take advantage of additional benefits. So in terms of the business credit card requirements, they will ask you for things like business legal name, your legal name, your contact information, the business bank account information, the business structure, okay, the industry type, your taxpayer ID number, your EIN, your social security number, your annual forecasted business revenue, because you're a startup, so you don't have enough revenue yet, other income, monthly business expenses, okay, and so overall, the card will actually specify what you need to fulfill before qualifying for this specific business credit card. But as I've been saying all over, in this show, it just helps a lot if you have a great relationship with the bank with which you want to from which you want to have the business credit card for your startups. Okay, because the bank knows you already. They've dealt with you in the past, and so they're more likely to give you a business credit limit that will help your startup get to the next level. And this is what you need anyway. Let me give you the winner here. Here is a winner. If you want to always be approved for a business credit card, no matter what, for your startup, okay, you got to be prepared. You want to actually do your research. If you are a startup, you have to know your personal credit scores. You need to know your business's credit scores also. Okay, this is really important. You need to have a clear idea of what we're talking about, and you need to decide which credit card you want to apply for. Okay, and gather the information. Let's say the information that you need. Okay, and then complete the application. Okay, wait to hear from the credit card company. The thing is, you can't really. Sometimes you got to be patient too, though, because we know some startup business credit card applicants who want to have a decision right away, but things don't happen right away. You have to be patient. So after you file the paperwork, you want to wait. You want to wait a little bit, and they will actually let you know. But if you want to, once you get the card, you actually will start using the card right away. If there is any problem, you want to reach out to the provider, to the issuer, but you want to pay off your balance in full each month if possible, and try to keep business and personal expenses separate, because the whole thing is you are trying to build business credit and you are trying to shield your personal assets from your business liabilities. So if you are mixing personal and business expenses, you are basically confusing your corporate veil, and a court might actually find you liable because you have not been able, they will pierce, so to speak, the corporate veil. Okay, and on top of that, you need to keep your CUR very low, your credit utilization ratio low. So you need to actually reduce, like, do not max out your spending limit. Okay, experts will tell you, hey, listen, you want to keep your spending limit at 24%, 24 to 30%. Okay, that's the great range that experts are telling you to follow. But overall, this is great. And use the card. Use the card gradually to build business credit. Okay, use the card to build business credit, and that's what you need anyway. Thank you so much for your attention. Before I actually do a recap on this for today, I want to tell you, I want you to watch our credit card evaluation approach. We do have a strict method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing business credit cards and startup business credit cards. Check this out. All right, number one, we have a U.S. Bank Business Platinum. Our score, 9.8 over 10. Number two, we have Capital One Spark 1.5% Cash Select, 9.5 over 10. Number three, we have Fifth Third Business, 9.3 over 10. Number four, we have Regions Visa Business, 9 over 10. Number five, we have Huntington Bank Business Voice, 8.8 over 10. The name is Huntington Business Voice, 8.8 over 10. Number six, we have First Citizens Bank Everyday Points Business, 8.5 over 10. Number seven, we have NBKC Bank Smart Business Rewards. Our score, 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.